everyone. I saw some tracks in the snow. Did you see them? I wonder who they belong to. A wolf, a mountain lion? I don't know. It won't keep me from reading Little Red Riding Hood to you. Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, there was a girl whose grandmother made her a beautiful red cape with a hood. She looked so pretty in it that everybody called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, Little Red Riding Hood's mother made some delicious cakes. She said to Little Red Riding Hood, "Take these cakes to your grandmother. She has not been very well, and the cakes will cheer her up." So Little Red Riding Hood set off at once, skipping through the woods. But under a big tree she met a wolf. The wolf thought of eating Little Red Riding Hood there and then, but he didn't dare because there were some woodcutters working nearby. Instead, he asked her where she was going. "Oh, I am going to see my grandma and give her these cakes," said Little Red Riding Hood. "Does she live far away?" asked the wolf. "She lives on the other side of the woods near the mill." "Oh," said the wolf, thinking hard. "Well, I'm afraid I'm not going that way, so I'll say goodbye." And the wolf ran off through the trees. Little Red Riding Hood went on her way, gathering nuts and picking flowers as she went. The cunning wolf went straight to the grandmother's house and tapped on the door. "Who's there?" called Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother. "It's Little Red Riding Hood," answered the wolf in a high voice. "Come in," said Grandma from her bed. As soon as the wolf was inside, he ate up the old woman. Then he put on her nightgown and frilly bonnet, closed the door, and jumped into the bed. When Little Red Riding Hood arrived, she knocked at the door. "Who's there?" came a strange, gruff voice. Grandma must have a very bad cold, thought Little Red Riding Hood, her voice sounds quite hoarse. But she said, "It's me, Little Red Riding Hood. I've brought you some of Mommy's nice cakes." "Come in, my dear," called the wolf. When Red Riding Hood went in, the wolf hid under the bedclothes and said to her, "Put the cakes on the table and come and give me a big kiss." As soon as Little Red Riding Hood got close to the bed, she saw how strange her grandmother looked. "Grandma, what big arms you have," she said. "All the better to hug you with, my dear," said the wolf. "Grandma, what big eyes you have." "All the better to see you with, my dear." "Grandma, what big ears you have." "All the better to hear you with." "Grandma, what big teeth you have." "All the better to eat you with, my dear." And so saying, the wolf rushed upon Little Red Riding Hood to eat her up. Fortunately, a hunter was passing, and hearing the commotion, he rushed in and saved Little Red Riding Hood. He killed the wolf and opened him up, and out jumped the old grandmother. Everyone was very pleased. The hunter took home a fine wolf skin, and Grandma ate the delicious cakes with her dinner. Little Red Riding Hood promised she would be more careful when she walked through the woods and would never talk to a wolf again.